Hey everyone. Have you ever found yourself at a crossroads in life where the past and future seem to collide? In this episode, we follow Huyen as she returns to her hometown, the place where it all began. It's not just a visit, it's the start of a new chapter 1 that's filled with challenges, but also hope. Along the way, Huyen and Dee stop by a cozy little house where Adam's mother now lives, carrying with them messages of love and connection from afar. This journey is more than just going back. It's about starting over, embracing every memory, emotion, and the deep desire to live life more fully. If you're moved by this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps Huyen keep sharing these heartfelt stories that inspire hope and remind us all of the beauty in life's journey. Wishing you a warm and meaningful viewing experience. The train pulled quietly out of the station, carrying Huyen and a heart full of memories she could never leave behind. The past slowly faded into the distance, making way for a new journey, one that wouldn't be easy, but one that held the promise of hope. Beside her sat Dee, as gentle and patient as ever, lovingly caring for little Maya. The young girl looked up at her mother with wide, curious eyes and whispered, "Mom, are you tired?" "I'm really happy we're taking the train together." Huyen smiled softly, running her fingers through Maya's silky hair, her eyes fixed on the unfamiliar landscape rushing past the window. This land wasn't hers, not yet, but it hadn't turned her away either. Maybe every new beginning feels like this, uncertain but quietly hopeful. Dee leaned in and asked gently, "Are you okay? If you're tired, you can rest on my shoulder." Sometimes it's the simplest words, a soft look, a steady presence that reveal the deepest kind of love. Dee's care wasn't loud or flashy. It was constant, like a safe harbor in a storm. The train began to slow. In just a few minutes, they would arrive. Dee quietly gathered their things, ready to step off not just into a new town, but into a new chapter 1 where love, family, and kindness would be the foundation of everything they'd build together. The world around them buzzed with life, laughter, chatter, the hum of motorbikes blending with the soft breeze. The quiet village road seemed to come alive in the afternoon light. Hand in hand, Huyen and Maya walked slowly, soaking in the mix of nostalgia and newness that hung in the air. After the long journey, Day finally spoke, his voice warm with concern. "Let's take a break. You look a little tired." Huyen smiled gently and leaned down to brush Maya's hair. "How about you, sweetheart? Are you tired? I bet little Bibi is running out of steam too." Maya giggled and threw her arms around her mom, her eyes sparkling like morning sunlight. She seemed genuinely happy to be here, to be back in the place where something new was quietly beginning. Dee glanced around and squinted into the sun. "Man, I wish I had a car. We packed way too much." His half-joking comment made all three of them laugh. They found a spot on a shaded step by the roadside, the perfect little break from the heat. Huyen reached into her bag and pulled out a small sandwich, offering it to Maya with a soft smile. No one said much, but in that silence, there was something profoundly peaceful. Then out of the blue, Huyen turned to Day with a thoughtful look. "Hey, Day, What if we stop by Adam's mom's place? I think we're nearby." It took him a second to snap out of his thoughts, but then his face lit up. "You're right. We are close. Adam would love that. Let me ask around and see where she lives." Without hesitation, they were on the move again, not just heading toward a house, but toward a memory, toward someone who never really left their hearts. They wandered through winding alleyways, asking for directions, following fragments of familiarity, and just around the next corner, something was waiting for them. What it is? Well, you'll have to join Huyen in the next few moments to find out. The narrow village road twisted gently beneath sparse trees, where the breeze whispered like distant memories. Huyen paused in front of a small roadside shop. She stepped inside to pick up a gift. Nothing fancy, just something simple, but full of heart. "Be good, Maya. Mommy's just grabbing something for Grandma." Maya nodded sweetly, hugging her stuffed dog Bibi, eyes wide with curiosity and wonder beneath the soft glow of the countryside sun. After leaving the shop, they continued their walk. Huyen stopped beside an elderly woman watering plants on her porch. "Excuse me, ma'am. Do you happen to know where Mr. Thuong's house is?" The woman smiled kindly and shook her head. Several others they asked along the way responded the same. No one seemed to know. The winding paths seemed endless, and the house they were searching for, Adam's childhood home, felt like a memory drifting out of reach among the tall bamboo. At a quiet crossroads, they paused to catch their breath. Dee approached a woman selling vegetables by the roadside. "Hi, ma'am. Do you know where Mr. Thuong lives?" She thought for a moment, then smiled warmly. "Sure, just keep going straight. Look to your left. You'll see a red-tiled roof with a tall beetle tree in the yard." Huyen's eyes lit up. She turned to Day with a soft, relieved smile. "We finally have a lead." Soon, they arrived at a humble little house. The roof was faded and covered in moss, the walls worn down by time. On the porch sat an elderly woman, her gaze distant, as if waiting for something or someone she hadn't seen in years. Dee spoke gently. "Excuse me. Are you Adam's mother?" The woman turned slowly, eyes filled with surprise and then warmth. "Are you friends of Adam?" Huyen sat beside her, pulling Maya into her arms, her voice soft and steady. "Yes, we know him. He's doing well, but hasn't had a chance to visit yet." The woman smiled, but her eyes welled up. "Is that so? It's been years since he left for the South. He used to call, but those calls came less and less. I just hope he's okay." From her bag, Huyen pulled out a small gift and offered it with both hands, a quiet gesture of respect and love. "Before we came, Adam asked us to bring this for you. He said he misses you very much." Her frail hands trembled as she took the box, holding it gently on her lap as though it carried a piece of her son. Her voice quivered barely above a whisper. "He was always a good boy. Never gave me trouble. Said not to worry, but I know it's been hard for him." Huyen sat silently moved. In the woman's face, she saw her own mother. she saw every mother who waits in quiet hope for the return of a child. Every crack in the wall, every silver strand of hair was a story of patience and love. "You must be tired from traveling," the woman said. "Stay and rest. I'll cook some fish soup, nothing special, just some fresh veggies from the garden, but it'll warm you up." The little house had so little, yet it held something priceless, the unconditional love of a mother. Huyen glanced around. Everything was simple, grounded, and deeply human, her heart filled with emotion. She knew Adam, like herself, had left this place chasing dreams and survival. And now, in this quiet village, Huyen felt it more clearly than ever: family, home, human connection. These were life's true treasures. Memories came rushing back like a breeze. Old friends, old days, and the road ahead still unwritten. This journey is only just beginning. And in the next episode, you'll discover what's waiting for Huyen and Dayjust beyond the peaceful village gates.
Xin chào tất cả các bạn. Bạn đang giờ đến sẽ lại lên cuộc đời. Tôi có một đứa tương lai gặp nhau chưa? Trong tập hôm nay thì chúng ta sẽ cùng Huyền trở về quê hương. Nơi cô bắt đầu một cuộc hành trình mới đầy thử thách và đầy hy vọng. Giữa những cảm xúc đan xen, Huyền và Đệ thì đã ghé thăm ngôi nhà nhỏ nơi mẹ Adam đang sinh sống và mang theo yêu thương của lòng từ phương xa. Một chuyến đi không chỉ ở trở về mà còn là bắt đầu lại với tất cả tình cảm, ký ức và khát khao sống trọn vẹn hơn. Và chuyến đi nó lại xảy ra với đâu liền là những ký ức không thể nào quên, những kỷ niệm giờ chỉ còn là dư âm nhìn của một cuộc hành trình mới, không hứa hẹn dễ dàng nhưng chất chứa hy vọng. Người trẻ Đệ rất dịu dàng kiên nhẫn chăm sóc nghe từng chút một. Cô gái ngước đôi mắt trong veo nhìn mẹ có mệt không? Để đôi mắt cười với bàn tay để xóa lại những quần áo mắt cô lại nhìn khung cảnh xa lạ trôi dạt ngoài đôi mắt dựng trời như này. Chưa từng từ chối cô nhưng cũng chưa từng từ chối cô. Có lẽ khoảng thời đầu đến như vậy, một người và chàng đầy hy vọng. Đệ nghiêng người, em một chính đứa tình cảm, tựa vào vai mình chỉ một câu nói giản dị, một cái nhìn ấm áp cũng đủ để khán giả cảm thấy được tình thương sâu đậm mà Đệ dành cho Huyền. Không phô trương, chỉ lặng lẽ ở bên như một bờ vai vững chãi giữa những ngày